Hey folks, Mike Benzine here, and welcome to Thursday Night v Supercars Americas for Week 10. We are at Okayama International Circuit. It seems like we used to come to this place all the time, and nowadays, not so much. We did race here, I don't know if it was last season or 2 seasons ago. I think it was 2 seasons ago, because I think it was the inaugural season for the new Gen 3 car. It's always been a fun little track. I really like running this place. It's on the small side. I don't know. How long is this? Okay, it's a little over 2 miles. It's kind of technical, but you still carry pretty good speed around it. It's a lot of fun to drive. Race-wise, I'm okay here. I mean, if I've got a decent car, which I do tonight, by the way, I can get around it decent enough. It's just I don't really think I'm quite at the pace where I want to be. But, I mean, it's a small track. We've got 23 cars here tonight. It's right underneath my dashboard. Yeah, 23 cars here tonight, so we could see a little bit of chaos off the start. And, yeah, you can always pass cars that are in the wall. That's easy. So, one other thing, this was advertised as a rain race. There is a chance of rain in the forecast, but in all the practice sessions, and even, well, not until later. Okay, so what time is it now? It's 12 o'clock noon, and we're not supposed to get even the slightest whiff of rain until 1:30. The race is only an hour long. Well, I think the race might start at 12:30. So it might start drizzling right at the very end. Probably not going to be an issue. It would be kind of cool if it did come into play. That might be kind of fun, but otherwise, yeah, the car runs decent in practice, so we'll put the thing through qualifying, see where we line up on the grid, and go from there. 18th. I was hoping for higher, but, I don't know. Cam's up in 16th. Or, no, 15th, I'm sorry. Like I said, this isn't my best track pace-wise, but I've always been a better driver than a qualifier, so... a better racer than a qualifier. We should be fine. Yeah, if I could crack that top 15 tonight, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, it's 12:30, so rain is an hour out.
You'll have to stop for more fuel before the race is over. Half the field is on the grid. Five cars left to grid. Still waiting on 2 cars to grid. Green flag, green flag. Left side. Still there, hold your line. Keep to the right. Clear. slow car ahead. Go left. You got a slow car on the right. Car on your left, clear. Car stop on the left. 20 more laps this time by. Car on your left. Still there. Still there. Clear. Left side. Stay on the right. Still there, hold your line.
I think you want to move on brakes a little bit more.
Keep to the right.
Shit.
Clear. Car on your left. Keep to the right. Clear on the left.
Well, I tried.
Car on your left. Still there. Clear. You're experiencing some network difficulties. If it continues, they may remove you from the session. Clear.
I'm really sorry you lagged out.
Clear on the right.
See where you went.
Yeah.
We've got damage on the back end. Reduced aero might slow you down on the straight.
Yeah, no malice at all. Sorry about that, 19.
Car right. Still there. Clear. You're in the top 10.
Go, Ross.
Car right. Stay on the left. Keep to the left. Clear. Pit box in 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here. All the damage is repairable.
We were doing good until my router fucked me up. I think I can get ahead of David Fernandez. We'll see if I jump him in the pits. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure I can pass him on track.
We're done. Get going. The leader's pitting now. go, this time by.
Come inside, Russell.
Car on your left. Still there. 5. 5 to go. Clear on the left. Left side. Still there. Hold your line. Clear on the left. You're experiencing some network difficulties. If it continues, they may remove you from the session. You've got about 5 laps of fuel left.
Cheers for the 4X, mate. Russell, if you want to park, you can park. Like when you're closer, of course, but... But never mind, actually, I have like 2 laps. Let me do that.
Two more, let's go. white flag. That means one more lap to go.
This is a blast.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
Good race, guys. Yeah, good race, guys. That first stint was pretty crazy. I had no tyres left.
Yeah, fuck, my tyres fell off a cliff too. That was shit.
My 56 fell off the cliff and leaving the pit.
Oh, mate, fucking terrible. I went up for Sunday night, yeah. Oh, yeah, that was shit.
Good race, 9. I just had no tyres at the end.
Hey, that was a great battle,
You
Zachary.
have about 1 lap of fuel left.
That stint, I had to turn out of it. Didn't know if I was going
You've got
to
a slow car on the right.
What was that?
Checkered flag.
Actually, when
Bring
you
it back
sent
to
it, I
the
had to
pit.
turn out
We're
of it.
going.
Didn't know if you were going to clip me.
Oh yeah, I didn't even intend to go for the pass there. It just kind of happened.
Mate, game's a game. You play it. That was it was a great battle, man. Good work.
Appreciate it, man. You made it tough, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, the second you got past us, but I had 1 or 2 attempts. But on that final, I don't know if you saw, I got a slowdown on the pit entry.
Oh yeah, I thought for sure I was going to get y'all easily, and then I went deep in my pit box.
Pit box in 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
I thoroughly enjoyed that race, aside from the disconnects. Yeah, so first things first, this router's going back. I think I can still return it. Other than that, the car was incredible. Easily the most combat-ready car that I've had since we went to the Gen 3 era. I felt like I could actually fight with people. Not not that it was always clean. It is kind of tough to pass at this place, but I knew I had a really good line on David going into that hairpin turn. I think it is actually called hairpin. I just needed the run to do it, and he gave it to me a couple of times, and I looked at it like, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 times, and then the one time he got a lousy exit, I pulled up alongside him, and we weren't gaining at all, so I knew I was going to have to outbrake him, and it just came unstuck at the last second and washed up the track. I think I got into him, I shoved us both out into the gravel. That was the other thing, is that it turned into a rally circuit about, I don't know, 3 laps in, gravel all over the place. I tried to stay out of him as best as I could. I gave him the spot back. We went back at it, and then that was when I think. Was that Zachary? I think that was Zach caught up behind me, and we did a lap or two later. We did the exact same thing, only with Zach behind me, and I started getting connection issues. And just as we got into the braking zone for that corner, I must have blinked out or something. I saw the error come up like right at the worst time. I'm sure he didn't intend it, or he probably didn't even see me. I probably blipped out of existence and then reappeared right in front of him, coming into his face. So and honestly, it kind of wasn't that terrible. I've definitely been crashed harder by people with more intent. So yeah, so that nothing against Zachary in that. That was totally a sim racing deal. But yeah, got back on track, got back going again. I thought. Like I said at the pit stop, I thought I was going to be able to chase David down, see if, because I saw him pit, and it's like, I know I got him on pace, so I'll stay out. And I didn't have my fuel number dialed in either, and I still ended up like with a lap too much fuel in the car. I still didn't have my fuel number dialed in yet because I had it close because I've been running at a draft so long. So once I saw David pit, I figured I'd stay out for like 2 more laps and nail down my fuel number before I went into pit. And I thought if I knew I had pace on him, if I could just knock out like 2 quick laps, I might be able to undercut him. But then they weren't that good of laps, and honestly, I don't know why. The first one I think was like a second off the pace. There is quite a bit of fall off at this track. The first one I think was a second off the pace, and I really didn't understand why. I felt like I was doing pretty consistent laps up until that point. But that first lap was just really slow. And then I think the second lap was the one, I might have these backwards, but I think the second one was the one where I had, they're not leaders, but they were cars that pitted. And we were on the same lap, but I knew that because they had just come out of the pits, I wasn't racing them specifically. So I didn't want to hold them up. I knew I probably couldn't hold them up. So rather than make an argument about it, I let them by, but that cost me time. So yeah, I don't know. I even with all of that, I was still surprised that when I came out of the pits, David had like a 5-second lead on me. But then I just got right back into it, and a couple laps later, I looked down at the relative. It was down to like 3 seconds. Who was between me and him? Was that might have been Zachary. I think I came out of the pits behind Zach. So we chased down David. He got around him, and then it was right back at it again. And I thought with, I don't know, like 3 or 4 laps to go, something like that. We almost did the thing going down. We came off of the turn to go down the backstretch towards the hairpin, and he pulled off to the right side of the track to cover me. It's like I kind of figured by this point he knew what my game was, so he covered that off. But then I think on that same lap, he just got way out of shape on the last turn, and I saw it, and I just fucking stood on it and got around him by the time we got to turn 1. Really fun. Really fun. Started 18th, finished 17th. Like I said, I really enjoy racing here. It's just the results do not show it. I don't know what it is about this place. It's really fun to race on, but man, do I suck at it. No, I'll totally take tonight. I'm even with the 17th place result, I'm totally happy with tonight because the car ran great and I had a really fun battle against another really good competitor. So that's the only thing I look for. Top, bottom of the field, I don't really care. Just as long as I come out of it racing against somebody and having fun with it. So that I did. So I'm going to leave it there. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Take it easy. Have a good one.